So I'm so happy to be here with Cheryl today. Cheryl, will you tell everyone about you and your business?
And I'm happy to be here as well with you. My business is Creative Blueprints for Leaders, and I have a passion project called the Allergy Ninja. And I coach leaders to be their best selves and to bring out the best in their teams. And the Allergy Ninja is because my children have severe food allergies. We bring the cultural diversity of surviving and thriving with allergies into the corporate workplace to help leaders help their employees survive and thrive for them.
Would you share a little bit about what was happening for you in your businesses before you joined Bold Heart?
So before I joined Bold Heart, I kept getting advice from people saying that I had to be one business or the other, that I couldn't be both and be successful. And when I came to Bold Heart, things sort of opened up a little bit because I was able to say I have a business and a passion project, and then able to build the bridge between the two that made it make sense. And people are super excited about becoming better leaders, but they're even more excited about the possibility of a culture of diversity that can help them and their employees survive and thrive.
I love that. I love that. What inspired you to join us here?
Bold Heart kept coming across my radar, and I listened to something. If it comes across my radar 3 times, that's the charm. And I came to a Boldly Grow Your Business event in New York.
Yep.
I had basically decided to join before I got to that event.
Like, I'm signed up already.
It was just a matter of seeing Fabienne and seeing you in person, and I signed up on the spot. It was just like coming home. Because people understood the struggle. They understood that you could have what you wanted and build it from the heart. And coming from a strong business background where I was trained to run business as a chief financial officer, but more with a masculine energy, coming into the softness, but still firmness, like still disciplined approach. There's rules. There's
badass softness people.
And there's a recipe. So it's structured, it's not unstructured. Coming into that just felt like coming home. That's who I am, even as a chief financial officer. It was about building structure and having enough room so there's no competition and there's room for everybody.
I love that. What have been some of the specific results that you've enjoyed as a result of saying yes to yourself in this way?
Actually, quite a few. One was being able to have permission to speak about both businesses. I've had a 10% increase in revenue, which has been tremendous in 1 year. That's a big deal for me. And a 30% increase in the referrals coming toward me. And I've been able to go out into the world with a much stronger voice and a lot more discipline in creating that sales pitch. And it's always going to be a work in process or work in progress, which is something that Bold Heart has taught me. We're never finished. So keep striving for the next thing. And that sort of makes my heart sing because then I know I never have to come to the end of the journey without the next step already showing up for me.
I've been really touched by hearing about your story with your husband and how he supports you. Would you give some advice to other people who are in a relationship where maybe they don't feel completely supported by their spouse in making a decision like this, and what advice you would give them?
Sure. I think there's language that Bold Heart gives, that Fabienne provides, and that you provide as well, that when there could be a perceived disconnect of having that spouse be supportive, there's language, and that's another thing I love about Bold Heart. Everything has been thought about in advance. So there's the language you can give to your spouse to work it through. In my case, I didn't have to use that particular recipe, but I took those conversations to my husband and said, this is what I want to do for me. And I used sort of the Bold Heart recipe of speaking from the heart. And also speaking about the benefits that I got that he then received because he was married to me. And that made him all that much more supportive. And being willing to have the open conversations, and when things sort of don't go well all the time, because they won't, to be able to expect that and say...
We were just talking about that in our meeting, right? Get used to the...
the ebbs and flows. It's a relationship. And so actually being in Bold Heart has almost made us closer because it's helped me know where my blind spots are, because Bold Heart folks are always happy to help me when I ask for the help to find them. And to be able to go home and share my blind spots with my husband.
It's beautiful. What's been your favorite part of the program?
The network, the relationships that I'm building, and the periodic checking in person. So there, I think somebody said it today, almost it's recharging my battery. So knowing that there's always a Bold Heart meeting coming up, either in person or virtually, that I can check in and recharge my batteries because of that ebb and flow in business.
Anything else you'd share with our audience? Any words of wisdom?
I think don't question it, just sign up.
Come be with us.
Come to a Boldly Close your Boldly Close the business.
Boldly grow your business.
Boldly grow your business.
The other one we were at last week, so we were in Philadelphia, and it said boldly flow your business. And I thought that was actually quite appropriate.
There you go.
Oh, well,
There
I
you
can't
go.
wait to see what the future holds for you. You're doing so amazing, Cheryl.
Thank you.
For being
Thanks
here today.
so much.